Oh, really?
Yeah.
How long's the race?
In distance or hours?
Distance.
It's 7.6 miles, and you gain just under 5,000 feet.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
When does that happen?
The running race is in June every year, and we had the bicycle race 2 weeks ago yesterday. It's in August every year. And I've done the bike race 3 times. I've never done the running race, but I've done the bike race 3 times.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
How long
hard.
does it
but-
take for the bike?
For me or the winner? For me, an hour and 24 minutes, but
Oh my goodness.
the winning time is usually about, this year the winning time was 52 minutes, and that's fast.
That's very
Like the second place guy was 56 minutes.
wow.
There's Tuckerman Ravine that you came up. Anyone come up Lion's Head? No Lion's Head. That's it sticking out right down.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Look at this. It's a nice day. Wow.
Yeah, it cleared up really.
Yeah, and it's not supposed to last either.
No.
So this is good timing.
We were a little worried about the weather today.
Yeah,
so
I don't blame you.
thunderstorms,
Yeah, it
but
was a little iffy.
We came around 7:45. We didn't see a single soul while climbing out. We didn't
Wow.
see a single soul here.
Yeah,
We were like, maybe we climbed the wrong day.
We keep on checking whether we are.
That's Huntington Ravine down there on the right. It's smaller than Tuckerman, but steeper.
yeah.
It's so steep that in the winter it doesn't hold snow, so we can't ski there in the winter and spring.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but there's good ice climbing gullies there.
That.
Little helipad on the left for your helicopter,
Oh,
if you have one. Every now and then it's used for rescues or recoveries, but those usually occur during bad weather, so the helicopter can't fly. Look at this. So the best thing about taking the hiker shuttle down is that you get to see the whole northern presidentials and this whole side of the mountain. Whoa, look at this little Mazda Miata club outing. Hey, move over. There we go. Yeah, isn't this, look at that. I think that's the best view in the White Mountains right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So those are the 3 northern presidentials from left to right: Jefferson, Adams, and Madison. Jefferson was the 3rd president, 3rd highest mountain. Adams, 2nd president, 2nd highest mountain. And Madison, 4th president, 5th highest mountain. They made a surveying mistake a couple hundred years ago. So President Monroe, Mount Monroe is the first mountain going south of Washington, and he got the 4th highest mountain by 6 feet.
6 feet.
Yeah. For Madison. Look at this. What a nice day. So if you look out the left window down in the valley there, do you see that little body of water?
Yeah.
That's part of the Androscoggin River.
Oh,
And this great big ridge across the notch from us is the Wildcat Carter-Mariah Range, and the Appalachian Trail goes over the northern presidentials, then it goes over the Wildcat Carter-Mariah Range, then it crosses that river, and at that point it's in Maine, and it heads north to Katahdin. The Huntington Ravine is just over the edge on the right there. Hardest trail in the White Mountains, the Huntington Ravine Trail. There's only one hiking trail in there, and it's very difficult. It's steep like everything else around here, but it's also very slippery. It's like smooth slabs of rock instead of big rocky boulders and everything.
Which was hard enough as is.
Right, yeah. But you always feel like, even though it's tiring and a little annoying, you always feel like you have a good foot on something. Whereas you don't feel that way in Huntington Ravine. Guy came up it yesterday and he said never again,
Oh wow.
which is what most people said. And you can't climb down it. It's too steep. So once you're on it, you're committed. Nowhere to go but up. Look at that. Whoa. This is Great Gulf on the left, this giant valley. That's the Great Gulf Wilderness Area. It's a federally designated wilderness area in the White Mountain National Forest. That means no man-made structures. Groups larger than 10 cannot travel through there. The Appalachian Mountain Club, who builds and maintains the trails, is not allowed to use any power equipment in there, no chainsaws or anything. Everything's done by hand, and they're not supposed to put anything more than the bare minimum of trail markings, like white paint blazes or stone cairns. So it gets a little tricky finding your way through there sometimes. There's a trail that runs right up the bottom of the whole valley, and then there's several trails going up to the peaks and then back up to this side of the valley of the Gulf. Everything in there is pretty steep too. The record times for the running race and the bike race are only about 10 minutes apart because the mechanical advantage of the bicycle is almost overcome by its weight on an incline as steep as this. So if it were much steeper, you'd be better off without a bike.
Who's the fastest runner?
The record's like 58 minutes, and that's usually won in about an hour, hour 1, hour 2.
I saw when we were starting the trail, there was a little offshoot for the AT. Does the AT actually, like, does that path, like, lead up to the summit to Washington?
Not directly. So it comes from the south along the whole presidential range ridge. You see that guy?
Yeah.
Which is up from Crawford Notch, where the
Yeah.
Highland Center is. It's a really pleasant hike. I don't know if you've done that, but it's totally different from what you just did this morning. So that's relatively easy. Then it goes over Washington. Then it goes over those 3 northern presidentials. And then instead of continuing directly to the northeast, so instead of doing that, it comes down this face of Madison. It detours to the south. It goes across our auto road. I'll try to remember to show you where it crosses the road. It goes to Pinkham Notch where your cars are. And so it does come out of the woods on the old Jackson Trail, which would have joined the Tuck Trail in your first 1 or 2 minutes on the Tuckerman
Yeah,
Trail.
okay.
Yeah. And then it goes across the street and see Wildcat Ski Area. It goes up a trail to the right of that rightmost ski trail,
Okay.
gets up on that ridge and goes right to left, south to north, all the way up to the Androscoggin River.
Very interesting.
So yeah, for a brief second, that Tuckerman Ravine Trail is part of the Appalachian Trail.
Gotcha.
So that's Tuckerman Ravine across there, that great big huge cliff.
Yeah.
Then the close cliff right here is Huntington Ravine. Then the next ravine behind that left-hand shoulder of Tuckerman Ravine, that's the Gulf of Slides. The Boot Spur Trail is the left-hand ridge. So Lion's Head are those 2 little cliffs down at the bottom of that scrubby area. And that's the right-hand side of the ravine. The left-hand ridge of the ravine is called the Boot Spur Ridge.
Right.
And it's a beautiful hike. That leaves from the bottom of the Tuckerman Ravine Trail. About 5 or 10 minutes up the trail, you did a couple switchbacks. And one of those switchbacks, if instead of switching back to the right, if you had just gone straight, the little white trail sign, it goes out, oh, there's a drone. That's against the rules. You go straight and you get on the Boot Spur Ridge, which is it's just a beautiful trail. You're up there on that big high ridge.
Yeah.
It's cool.
We should have done that on our way up.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, it takes a little longer, it's a little farther. The steep part's not quite as steep for as long as Tuckerman Ravine Trail or Lion's Head. It's on a morning like today, it would have been beautiful. If it's bad weather, you're up in the weather longer and it's not good. But I really like that approach.
You guys been busier because of the holidays?
Yesterday I was quite busy. And today and tomorrow we should be busy.
Tomorrow it's supposed to get pretty cold, right?
Yeah.
Maybe icy.
Supposed to get cold tonight. Yeah, it sounds like it might get icy. I just do this, my wife and I do this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the
Yeah.
summers.
How long have you been doing that for?
It's just my third year. We retired in 21, went for a long hike all summer in 2021. And then we had 3 knee replacements the summer of 22. So I wasn't going to be able to do